Let's talk a little bit about the math part of our playlist. Math is a part of our playlist every day, 5 days a week. And let's look at one of the days. Math always follows the same pattern. Learn it, practice it, and evidence of learning. On Mondays through Thursdays, our practice and evidence of learning is the same activity. It's showing work through a math journal or our Envision work mats. And then on Friday, we have our math journal as well as a Google form with a little bit of math activity so that the students can show what they know. So let's take a look. Now the math slides are best viewed in presentation mode, so we'll switch over. And let's go to Thursday. So we have our Learn It, and then our practice and our evidence. So Learn It. There's both the Envision lesson here, and then there's also a YouTube lesson about counting in this case. And then if the students click on the arrow, they will go to the practice it. So they're learning to recognize and count and write numbers to 5. And this happens to be Envision Work Mat 1-4. This is me actually modeling how to complete the worksheet. And then there is a math journal that goes along with the activity. And the math journal is kind of like the Common Core spiral staircase. Sometimes it will directly match what their students are learning about that particular day. And other times it will either be a pre-teach or a reteach or kind of an extension that will help bridge the gap between Envision and Engage, because Envision doesn't always do that. So the math journal is a nice extension. Now, Envision is our adopted curriculum, so that is a must-do. You're welcome to delete my video and make your own if you'd rather, but we need to do that. The math journal is to make your life easier. If you'd like to use it, that would be great. If you would rather delete it and put your own extension activity, that is fine also. So now I'm going to just sort of flip through all the slides and now we're on Friday. So on Friday, we do not have a Learn It. There's no Envision on Fridays, kind of make the math a little bit easier. There's a Practice It, so it's just the journal. And then the evidence of learning is, if the students click on this, it will take them to a Google form, and the Google form will show kind of what they have learned. It's their opportunity to demonstrate that. You will need to make a copy of this form so the information goes to you and not to the person who created the form. So we will have another video on how to make a copy of this form. But for now, there's options. So we have these created for each week if you would like to use them. Let's see. Let me show you where you can get the journal. So what I am going to do for my class is I'm just going to copy the journal. And so every student I will give a math journal. And there's also in this link, there's the option of printing out little domino cards and number cards that go along with the math journal, and they also work well with Envision. So let me show you where you can find that. So on our elementary playlist, so these are all, so if we click on kindergarten, these are all the playlists that we're talking about right now. And then down below, we have resources. And the math resources here. Here's the math journal, part 1 and part 2. I would just run them each and then put them together and then make one big math journal. My scanner just couldn't handle the 60 pages of the math journal for the first trimester. Again, these are directly linked to Common Core and work well as sort of additional practice for the students. There's also a number line here that we recommend running off and giving each student a copy of. It's kind of helpful for them to have. It shows 5 within a number. So those are some resources for you. There's more, so you feel free to play around, but hopefully that gets you going. and be sure to let us know if you have any questions. Hope you enjoy.